Probably the first time I noticed him was when he was a true freshman, and as we were doing the Sunday night football, and as the season was wearing on, I noticed, his acceleration into the hole. I noticed his pad level and that he was always falling forward. He still didn't understand the blocking schemes yet, but those two traits right there made me say, huh, this guy's got a legitimate chance at some point. Who knew what his work ethic was going to be like and his football IQ. We didn't know that at that point in time in his development, but that was probably it might have been like midway through the season or usually the Sunday, it was probably near the end of the season, because it's usually the end of the season where they start to get comfortable and you start to really see things in certain guys. He's meant everything to the program and everything to me, and he's the best back I've ever coached and been around, and I feel lucky to have been around him.
The first thing when you're coming in on campus as a freshman that you notice about Mo is just his energy. He hasn't done it in quite a while, but when we were younger, he would always be screaming top of the morning when we're at an early morning workout, and he'd just be getting in people's faces, yelling it as a way to pump them up and motivate them for the workout for that day. So that was the first thing that I noticed about Mo, is just how much he cares and how much he loves this team and loves playing football. And then that shows in the way he plays. And then just in terms of making me a better linebacker, for sure. I haven't, this fall camp, I wasn't able to go live against him, just because we were keeping him healthy. But when we were younger, we were constantly going against each other in open field tackling drills, goal line tackling drills. And to have to tackle him on a daily basis is for sure going to make you better, because he's winning a lot of them. There were some that I won, but when you're able to compete with your teammates like that and have a guy like Mo on your team that's just willing to be a competitor every single rep, it's going to make you better, and it's going to make the entire team better. And then he's a positive influence on the offensive guys as well. Maybe the other running backs in the room don't have to tackle him, but they can learn from him. The way he studies, the way he prepares, the way he works in practice, just shows that all those combinations lead to a really elite player. And that's what he was able to do for us.
I think he's the best running back in the country. And I know I'm biased, but the funny thing is I'll talk to people. I talked to some ACC coaches about, this game coming up, and they're like, listen, we see Mo Ibrahim. That guy's awesome. I got some guys, I know it's some, the coach defense in the league, and they're like, this guy's the best guy. When did we know? We knew when he was on the scout team. And, he's hurting us and gashing us in 2018 or whatever year it was, 17. And he's hurting us on the scout team. And then, we did a little cross the ball, bye week, study each other. And I remember in 19, I'm watching us in offense, and I was like, Mo's the man. And that was when he was a sophomore. I was like, this guy's the man. So what's he mean to the defense? The defense, I like sitting up in the box when we get a long drive and Mo's just, stuffing it down people's throats. The best defense is the defense that's not played when you're on the bench and you're able to run the ball and not have to have the guys out there defending. So my humble opinion, he's the best. I think he's going to have a bright career because he makes something out of nothing. Some guys need space. Some guys want to slash and bounce things. You don't bounce things in the NFL. You bounce things in the NFL and your career is short. You got to be able to create. You got to be able to set up blocks. You got to be able to set blocks up. You got to be able to get things when things aren't there. That's Mo. So